The New York Yankees are full of rage baiters, man, because we've got Jeff Passan saying the Yankees have the farm system to get anybody they desire, right? And then we got, executives feeling that the Yankees are going to come out and do something big, right? And then reports, oh, the Yankees are front runners to sign Dustin May. What? That has no correlation, man. That's like saying, oh man, I'm vegetarian. Let me go get a double double at In-N-Out. Let me go get a burger. Let me go get a hot dog. All meat. Like, that is false advertisement, man. Why are you lying? And then they say, oh yeah, Nestor Cortez could possibly come back to the Yankees. Got lit up on opening day, got lit up on game one of the World Series, This guy just gets lit up for a living. You want to bring him back. Have we not learned our lesson here? Then, the Yankees want to get Harrison Bader. Guys, we have a stacked outfielder. Jason Dominguez will have a multi-hit game and get benched the next day because we think Grisham's back, because he had a strong start to the season. Cody Bellinger, we got him. Judge, I understand he's hurt, but, when he comes back after 20 days, Harrison Bader's going to be just sitting down, doing nothing, Honestly, it just makes no sense with all the hype building up to the Yankees making a huge move. And you're linked to a bunch of mid, year after year, But the only really, realistic trades that are going to happen is one of these three guys. And the thing is Zach Gallen's having a poor year. He would be great if this is Zach Gallen 3 years ago. But this year, Zach Gallen just hasn't been it. You might as well go out and get Verlander the way Zach Gallen is playing. And you might give me a little stick for that, but that's the truth. Then Dylan Cease and Merrill Kelly. Now, Kelly, on one hand, is probably the most ideal and realistic combination of the both. The priority would be Dylan Cease. And I'm not going to mention schemes or schoolball because that's just stupidity. But Dylan Cease and Merrill Kelly would be rentals. You go and trade, give some prospects up, get him for the rest of the year. These are trades for a team that's going to be doing a deep playoff run. Now, the problem with the Padres is they're probably going to be doing a deep playoff run. And in reality is, if you want to make a deep playoff run, you keep Dylan Cease if you're the Padres. Whatever. You lose him for free, But if you want to compete this year, you're going to get worse by giving him up, no matter what prospect you're getting from the Yankees. I'm sorry to tell you. Kelly, on the other hand, he's on a team on the Diamondbacks that aren't going to really be doing anything in the playoffs. They won't even make the playoffs. So it makes more sense and more realistic that Kelly ends up being the option that the Yankees end up getting. But for the amount of hype that the Yankees are getting for the trade deadline, man, and ending up with Kelly as your last pitching resort, I know you got McMahon, I know you got Rosario, but those are meh acquisitions. Those aren't going to be acquisitions that win you a World Series, That not at all. So for the New York Yankees to get all that hype and end up with Merrill Kelly or Zach Gallen, you might as well jump off a bridge because at the end of the day, the one guy that would have really moved the needle was Eugenio Suarez, and you said the price was too much. So it just doesn't make sense. You can get anybody you can in the trade market apparently with the farm prospects that you have, but instead you're gonna go to the Diamondbacks, not get their third baseman that's having it all great year, fifth in home runs, right? And instead you pivot to the starting pitchers that either a struggling one that you'll have control of or a guy that's having a decent year but is a rental from the Diamondbacks. Not their third baseman hitting 30 bombs. No, you're going to go for every year, man. Honestly, if Brian Cashman or Aaron Boone don't get fired after this disappointing season that it's literally pivoting to, because honestly, this is giving 22 vibes. We're thinking about standing possibly in the outfield. Well, that was the year the Yankees went 82-80. It was a sad year, a bad year, I'll tell you. So the New York Yankees, at this point, it's literally looking like a disappointing season. We're closer to missing the playoffs than even making the ALCS again. I'm telling you that right now. Closer to missing the playoffs than making the ALCS. It's giving me a bad year because at the end of the day, Judge has gotten hurt. It's going to be out for 20 days apparently. That was just like the 82-80 season. Literally. But anyways, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. What do you think the Yankees are going to be doing? I personally think they're going to add a mediocre starter, possibly a bullpen guy, and then they're going to miss the playoffs just by a teeny hair. That's my prediction. But anyways, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below on what you think the Yankees are going to do this year.